Students can download recordings to their devices, helping with internet issues. This is called allowing downloads. About anonymous chat messages, why not enable them? You can see who writes in the chat, like Dr. Ahmed or Dr. Suhail. If messages were anonymous, so here, when I allow the downloading of recordings, the student can also download the session or have it on their device so they can benefit from it if they have internet issues, right? This way, we don't burden them with any extra costs as they log in to watch online. So this is called allowing the downloading of the recordings. Dr. Ahmed wrote a message, so it's clear who messaged. But if I said anonymous messages now, anonymous means unknown, so you'd see symbols instead of a name. As Dr. Ahmed said, it would just be symbols. Thus, we prefer not to enable anonymous messages. Anonymous chat messages, why don't we do that? Because you are with me now and you are writing in the chat. Okay, what do you notice? You notice that Dr. Ahmed Hawat wrote a message, so it is clear to me who wrote the message. Dr. Suhail wrote the message here, it is clear here, and he wrote, Dr. Suhail wrote a message. Well, if I said anonymous messages now, anonymous means unknown source, so you will find asterisks instead of a name. As Dr. Ahmed said, yes, it would just be symbols. Therefore, we definitely prefer not to enable anonymous chat messages in this context. We saw the visibility of participants, and this is very important. The option, a large-scale session, what does that mean? If I have a specific event or a meeting at the university, it doesn't have to be that I'm explaining a virtual class to my students, who number 30, 40, or 50, right? No, I could have a specific meeting where 500, 600, or even 700 people will attend. We saw participant visibility, which is crucial. What does a large-scale session mean? It means I can host a meeting with 500, 600, or even 700 attendees, not just a virtual class of 30 to 50 students. For over 250 attendees, I must enable joining for 250 or more. Pay attention to permissions. So if I have, for example, a specific event or a meeting at the university or a meeting in the college, it doesn't have to be that I'm explaining a virtual class to my students who number 30, 40, or 50, right? No, I could have a specific meeting where 500, 600, or even 700 people will attend, to be more precise. As you can see, the more than 250 participants, I must allow 250 plus people to join. Note these permissions. All options become inactive. The system, when I give it this command for more than 250, faces pressure. It stops audio-video participation due to pressure from 450 participants. It automatically removed and inactivated the 4 options. When I enable this option and disable it, what do you notice? You see that all the options here are inactive. Why? Because I'm saying more than 250. The system, when I give it this command for more than 250, it experiences a kind of load or pressure. So it tells me I will stop audio and video participation because when there are 450 participants, if I enable the microphone and video, it puts much pressure on the system. So what did it do? It removed all the options you see, the 4 options, and made them inactive. But if I remove the permission now, what will happen? The permissions will still be there. So he's telling me that he's going to stop audio and video participation and all that because of course when there are 450 participants, if I enable the microphone and video, it puts a lot of pressure on the system. So what did it do? It automatically removed all the options you see up there, the 4 options, and made them completely inactive. But if I remove the permission now, what will happen? The permissions will still be there. So what I'm saying is that my session is not more than 250. Oh, it's actually less than that. So you can share messages, chat, share audio, share camera, meaning you can use the options that are available in the app. You can use it. If I allow 250 plus people, the mic isn't working. Permissions are void. Keep this in mind. These are key session settings. I'll create the session now. Why? Because you did something called allowing the joining of 250 people or more. So those permissions are no longer effective. That's it. It's over. This is also information for you to keep in mind, so we can share chat messages. These are the most important settings, which are the session settings, the most important session settings. This is the part that contains the event details. These are the most important parts that contain the event details. I will create this session now. It is time to create, and we'll go back to create another session to talk about endlessness, repetition, and those matters. But right now I'm creating it. You'll notice that when I clicked create, the word changed to save. So now we'll click on save, and then you can click anywhere outside this list or window. You can click anywhere outside this list or window, and then you'll see the last thing, which is the session we created for today, the 5th of Ramadan, 443 Hijri, 28:3. I created it from 9 p.m. tomorrow, God willing, until, here's the link I mentioned to you, the link that the student will use to join tomorrow. This link will be available from 9 to 10. The status says not started yet. The session has not started because it's still from 9 to 10 tomorrow. Assume it is 9 o'clock. The phrase not started yet will change to something else. Currently, the status of our meeting is that the link is from 9:30 to 12:30. We have actually started our session and the training has begun. Now the status is in progress. When students arrive, they see in progress working, join quickly. In the other case, they see session for tomorrow, 28, starting 9. This link is available from 9 to 10 and has not started yet. The phrase not started yet will change. I'll show you the current status. The meeting link is from 9:30 to 12:30. The session and training have started. The status is in progress, so students will see it's working and join quickly. Otherwise, they'll see the session is for tomorrow, the 28th, starting at 9, available from 9 to 10, and not started yet. I want to clarify this. As Dr. Afnan mentioned, it is in progress. Let's create another session. Is this clear, or do we need to clarify? Anything else? Nothing should be missed. He says, oh, what is this? The status is in progress. It's working now, so I need to join quickly. But in the second case, when he enters, he says, oh, this session is for tomorrow, the 28th, starting at 9. This is the link available from 9 to 10, and it hasn't started yet. It hasn't started yet. That's the part I want to clarify for you. Here, as Dr. Afnan mentioned, it is indeed in progress. So let's create another session first. Is this part clear to you, or is there anything else we need to clarify while we're together? Nothing should pass us by. No. Dr. Asma's question is about the case of 250 or more. In the case of 250 or more, how do the participants' microphones work? It will be through 3 dots. So you say here, you have done 250 or more, and then I will have 3 dots for this part, which is to assign him as a presenter. What hasn't started yet? This is the part I want to clarify for you. Here, as Dr. Afnan is saying, it is indeed in progress. So let's create another session first. Is this part clear to you, or is there anything else we need to clarify while we're together? Nothing should pass us by. No, the question is, Dr. Asma, in the case of 250 or more, what is under the microphone for the participants? It is done through 3 points, meaning that you say here you did 250 or more, and here I will have 3 points. The part which is this part is that I give him an appointment as the presenter of this part. I'll answer you honestly. I haven't tried it. I haven't tried it because I've never created a session with 250 or more participants. But my expectation, if you want my prediction, that option won't be available. The option for 250 or more won't be there because when I tried to create a session here and said I wanted 250 or more and it stopped the permissions, I think the microphone option won't be available. But if you have any meeting or gathering with 250 or more, if anyone has tried, let us know. The option for 250 or more isn't available because when I tried to create a session here and said I wanted 250 or more, what happened? It stopped the permissions altogether. It didn't activate them at all. So my personal opinion is that it disables the microphone. I haven't tried it, honestly. I haven't tried it. But if you have any meeting or gathering with 250 or more, or if anyone among the colleagues has tried this option, please let us know about it, especially now. Unfortunately, I haven't had the chance to create a session and attend with 250 or more. That's the part I wanted to clarify for you. So everything is clear, thank God. The rest of the options, can you clarify them? Sure, Dr. Mohammed, we'll talk about them now. The rest of the options, sure. But if you are present at any meeting or gathering with 250 or more people, or if one of your colleagues has tried this option, please let us know about this part now specifically. If anyone from the colleagues has tried this, please let us know about this specific part. Unfortunately, I haven't had the chance to create a session and attend with 250 or more. That's the part I wanted to clarify for you. So everything is clear, thank God. The rest of the options, can you clarify them? Sure, Dr. Mohammed. We'll talk about them now. The rest of the options, sure.